Baptiste mic'd up. You can hear how physical that opening faceoff was. Ball still loose and dangerously in front of the Atlas net, picked up by the Dogs. McCartle's going to shoot off the pipe. Fast start for the Waterdogs, and they get to keep possession closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds on a shot. He'll be looking to attack. Costabile on the near side. Gets closer to the inside. We'll get a call here, going to go against the Waterdogs. T will take a shot and score.
We had a hold on the play. Good goal, wipes out the penalty, all even face-off.
Cotter, I have a feeling that the refs are going to call it tighter this week after last week in Philadelphia. It was vicious, bloody, physical lacrosse, and I think the refs will set a tone early in this game. A sin.
Ensiman in net for New York. Stathakis is going to win this draw back to himself. One of the best shooters in the game. Takes a shot that time, saved by Ensiman. McConvey coming in, shooting 53%, which is great for a midfielder. Witcher on Logan here on the run. Ensiman sees it all the way. Rebound dangerously, fell to his feet. Got a flat.
Gave up a 2 to Brad Smith in Maryland, and next thing you know, the wheels fell off the bus.
Costabile looking to get to the middle of the field. Jump shot, scores! Brian Costabile off to a good start, as are the Atlas. Up 2-0.
Costabile grew up on the west side of Baltimore. Terrific high school football and lacrosse athlete. He can be a difficult cover. Gives him a little jab step to the left and then gets to the middle, right? The jab step to the left, gets to the...
Things start going against you, it's hard to get it back. Teat, look at the skill to keep possession. And a beautiful pass. Costabile bounces it home. What a pass from Teat.
Jeff Teat squirts out of trouble here, and what most players would ultimately commit a turnover. He squirts free of the double team, sees the far side of the field, and it's time room bullseye for Brian Costabile.
Costabile full head of steam coming in. He's got Tyler Carpenter, the long pole, number 5 in white, still on the field, and he can't shoot it, and he does here. Saved by DeLuca, though.
Easy stop for DeLuca, and what Dana's referring to is if Ben Randall is...
Sowers, he's got room, he shoots. Ensiman goes down and then comes back up to make the save.
Around 33%.
And off to a slow start, a cold start on a hot day. Kelleher tried to wind up, but it was checked from behind. The rookie out of Cornell had his eyes wide open like saucers. Waterdogs trying to counter quickly. McCardle does just that.
Great possession, fellas. Great.
Substitution box is coming like a freight train, but good hustle. I mean, that's a great play by Matt Witcher. And at the other end, Michael Grace, 20 in white, for some reason slides upfield to Hudgens. Like, what are you doing leaving Kieran McCardle on the pipe all alone? And that's a rookie defensive decision that ends.
Finally was able to win his first championship. That was an emotional moment with this Waterdogs team a couple of years ago. Baptiste starting to... Jump shot by Schellenberger, and he scores.
Part of offense. Watch Jake Stevens right there. Super solid pick. Defensive miscommunication on the corner. And too easy for Schellenberger. He presses, he presses, he presses. You got some indecision from Eli Gobrick, 25, and next thing you know, the ball's in the back of the net. But it starts with just a super solid and legal pick set by Jake Stevens.
Come right here. Get over. Box him in, push him in, push him in, push him in. Push him in, Brett. Deep.
Ouch.
That's great audio right there. The communication between both face-off man Stathakis and Baptiste.
They're working in pair.
Gets it back to the rookie. Lowers his shoulder, takes a shot. The Duke is there.
That was a heavyweight collision with Dylan Hess and Hugh Kelleher at goal line extended. 220-pounders, both of them and they go.
And you'll get a chance to see Marcus Holman Saturday Night Lacrosse with the Cannons and the Whip Snakes coming up at 7 o'clock on ESPN2 as we start this second quarter here in the first game before this weekend in Baltimore. Waterdogs finally kind of might be getting something going here at the beginning of this second quarter. It was choppy there in that first quarter cue. Their only goal on a...
Watch him catch this and then get upfield. Again, the pick causes Adler to go underneath, and that's all Sowers needs. It just gives him a two-step advantage, and then you got problems. I like this finish, Cotter. He drops to it.
I hear it from you and Kark and Ryan Boyle all the time about changing the shooting angles. These goalies are just too good. You're going to have to...
The power play. Sowers up top, 22 in purple as a passer, top of the arc.
Entenmann goes down and makes the save.
Double teams is kind of like hunting in tandem, Cotter. It's kind of like when lions go out together. One's the diversion, the other's the real hunter.
What a move by Sowers, and Entenmann had to go up and rob him. Take another look at the hit.
Left side of your screen with game flow. Again, there's no deception there. It's a high release to a high location. And Entenmann. Adler pressing out, 77 in white, trying to deny Sowers his touches.
Krebsky with a nice defensive play, but Waterdogs get it back, and a corner is painted.
Watch this, the ball goes on the ground. Watch the two white jerseys try to make a play on the ball. They both miss. Next thing you know, Courier escapes to the wing. Rexrode steps upfield, but it's too late. That's kind of a fluky goal. If you're New York's defense, that's one you can live with.
Carl got it to the far side. McConvey couldn't handle it at first, but now he picks it up, and Entenmann forced to make another save. That's 9 on the day.
Optically.
Oh, Bowerman after a beautiful pass. He saw that pass.
Early offense. Reed Bowering activated this week, the veteran out of Drexel. Left.
Tierney, who has 7 national championships at the college level, 6 at Princeton, 1 at Denver. Now in his second season here, hopes to have C.J. Kirst the second half of the season when he gets that hand all healed.
Told us this week when we talked to Coach T, July, it won't be long for C.J. Kirst. The question will be, where do they play him in this Philadelphia offense?
Nice look. Entenmann with a great save. Step down. Entenmann is locked in today.
I don't love this power play. It's very stationary. I'm not.
Try to feed it inside. It does get there eventually, and it's Jake Taylor who does what he does best. Finds a crease inside and beats his former teammate at Notre Dame, Liam Entenmann.
That's a lucky break for Philadelphia because Connor.
Their luck a little bit inside. They put themselves in the position where that ball is going to bounce into their stick.
For a segment you'll see sometime this summer. Yesterday I spent a half hour on the backfield here shooting with Jake Taylor. Talking to the goalie or it goes in the net. Like, think about him historically, Cotter. We never see goalies make stick saves on Jake Taylor.
No, I think about Entenmann's making all kinds of saves today, but I think about his first game that we saw when he was at Notre Dame coming off an injury, and he scored 8 goals in that game, his first game at Notre Dame. It was wild.
Entenmann,
you
want to play in the NCAA tournament in May? It's going to be hot. You want to be a pro like Brian Costabile and hammer shots from 15 yards? It's going to be hot.
Get yourself. Step down.
No, that's a deuce. That's a deuce. Costabile feeling it tonight, having a big evening. That's a gorgeous rotation. Catches it back. Use the big muscles of your legs, your hips, your back. Follow through. You get that torque back to front. Whip. You want to whip that stick with your wrists.
Saticus is
different packaging, right?
That time buried by Hugh Kelleher, the rook. Got his first goal as a pro last week. Here's number 2 this week. High school, MacArthur High School, out on Long Island. National championship at Cornell. Look at these two.
I think that's going to be Kelleher's role. Kind of a north-south guy on offense, right? They got east-west guys in Teton, Schellenberger. You need some.
Final 5 seconds of the first half. Wild shot, and it almost paid off as Entenmann was out of the net. Wow. Just the
ideal operating.
Oh, Teat, that was just too easy. Breakdown defensively by Philadelphia, and Teat was wide open on the far pipe.
Not sure what Philadelphia, Bill Tierney is livid on the sideline, but that is a horrendous sub. Somebody runs off as the Atlas maintain possession here up by the midline. You see the body language, all the eye candy he's given DeLuca is saying, I'm shooting it down low, and DeLuca buys it. Look at him go down and the ball goes up. These shooters make goals.
You saw him sharing a laugh with Sowers before we started that second half.
Yeah, Carp.
Not in a good mood right now.
That's white.
Bowering sets a pick.
That's a goal.
Oh my goodness, Teats.
This is why Reed Bowering is in the lineup. 27 matchup switches. Teat turns the corner and paints the corner. And this shot is just sick. This shot like ricochets off of 3 different pipes before it goes over the goal line. Pass down.
That scrum is not for the faint of heart. Picked up by the Atlas. Schellenberger now, the quick pass to the far side. Catch by Teat. Couldn't get it through traffic on the outside of the cage, and DeLuca picks it up. Dangerous.
Kelly quiet. Jack Hanna, no factor.
Well, 22's a factor once again. And he's unhappy about the fact that his team is down. Sowers is able to beat Entenmann.
But then they slam pick him again. So it's a one-way pick. It's not there. He comes back the other way, and that time Adler, 77, gets completely sealed off by Witcher. You see the impact of the pick game. If you set good picks, you'll be rewarded. Witcher, the defensive mid, he stays on. First pick.
Baptiste wins that draw.
What are you being asked to do?
What hustle by Hudgens to pick up that ground ball. What a huge ground ball for Marcus Hudgens. Can the Waterdogs take advantage? Witcher's going to bounce it home.
Tiptoes the line. I think it's a 1. Cotter, you called it. Marcus Hudgens makes this goal. This is one of the plays of the day in terms of a guy and his effort. Watch 11 in purple. Hudgens out of Ohio State. Gets the ball, takes the hit, stays inbounds, saves the ball for his team. That
didn't work out in his favor.
Hold.
Very close. Has had this face-off battle. Baptiste wins it, loses his footing. Got a hold. Easy save for DeLuca.
Opportunity now. Clean saves get punished.
Atlas have missed their last 7 shots.
Trailer.
Trainer was the one who knocked that ball away. Not a great shot by Philly in transition. Bowering's one of them. Still, though, Entenmann saw that one all the way right in the breadbasket. 6. Good pass inside, and Teat puts it in the back of the net. That was Matt Trainer, the rook. Put it right on the tape, and Teat wasn't going to miss from there.
Rookie out of Penn State does a great job of selling this. He sees it, but he knows if you stare this kind of pass down, there's a chance that it gets picked off. Watch him, he'll alley dodge right-handed down the alley, but his eyes are...
Right, the standard now is
but again,
quite high. Sowers due to counter. Going against Gavin Adler. Feeds inside a Courier, leaps and scores! Flag comes out. Entenmann's complaining he was in the crease. The official felt he was pushed in the crease.
Push on the play gets wiped out. All even face-off.
And that's exactly what Matty Palem tells us. It's good.
Are we crazy? We're asking for a more pick and roll game with Michael Sowers, and every time they do it, good things happen. This is the tail end. You just see the dive shot, the push, the contact, the dive, and the goal. But what you missed here prior was the setup of Michael Sowers and Courier involved in a 2-man game.
Desperation pass goes wanting. Horn sounds to end a third quarter that New York was able to keep the Waterdogs at bay. It's been a battle at the face-off dot, even between Baptiste and Stathakis, and we've had Trevor Baptiste wired for sound. That was a quick win back by Stathakis. Witcher picks it up inside of 20, but a great opportunity by McCardle. Entenmann was able to get just enough of it.
17 saves by Entenmann.
Right-handed shovels it, got it home. Went 5-hole on Matt DeLuca and beat him.
Yes. T keeps this stick in his left hand and just a shovel shot. A little bit of flick shot, goes 5-hole. Randall's in decent position. Teat knows that he can't change hands, and he just continues the momentum.
Points on 5 goals for Teeter. Hanna got his first one-pointer of the day, though, and that's huge for this midfield for the Waterdogs. Silent no more.
Ohio.
Stathakis. McCardle couldn't get it, or McConvey rather, couldn't get much on it.
Potential trailer break.
Found him, and he scores! Beautiful pass to Michael Grace, who scores his first PLL goal. Teeter found him, and the rookie from Syracuse put it home. Teet's third assist of the day. Hudgens picks up the GB on the faceoff. 10 to shoot for Philly. Down 5. Sowers. Entenmann got a piece of it, and he's not feeling good about it. Trainer. Down the alley. Schellenberger. Constable wants it, gets it, steps down, shoots, scores! It's going to be a 2. He was feeling it, wasn't he, Q? He was wanting it, calling for it.
Just confident from the outside today. That's his third goal from distance. This one outside the arc. And again, the body control, he catches it. He's shot ready off a step, and that ball gets a little kick. You see a little English with the spin, and he beats DeLuca for just a crucial 2-pointer.
Trainer looking to roll against Stathakis. Inside, Steven scores!
How about that pass?
Waterdogs foul for delay of game is wiped out. Good goal, all even face-off.
He's got a good matchup here now. He's got the shorty on him. Feeds inside to Bowering, who scores. Everything clicking for New York right now.
Head coach Mike Pressler making all the right moves. Sensed it when we talked to him this week on Thursday. Said this is a young man's game. I got to make some changes at the midfield. Told us we will play hard for 48 minutes this week. We learned our lesson. And kind of a wake-up call right now. And Reed Bauer
battling just to keep within striking distance. Something that is no longer the case here in the fourth quarter, but beautiful play by Kieran McCardle.
Finally answers for Entenmann. Watch him go back and forth, back and forth. Left-handed pressure. Gets to the middle, able to clear his hands. It's not bad defense. There's just a seam. Watch this shot. Watch the stick position of the defender in the shot. He goes underneath.
Inside of 10 now. Entenmann makes the save. 21, career high 21 saves for Liam Entenmann.
Entenmann's like Spider-Man.
Courier. Entenmann got it. 22.
He's long and lean, but really quick, light on his feet. He just, to me, he moves like kind of like Spider-Man in net.
In ice water. Big win for the Atlas here in Baltimore to start our weekend off. Bouncing back from an incredibly disappointing loss last weekend when they blew Big first half leads. They weren't going to blow the big first half lead here today.